Welcome back to Holy Land Uncovered. Queen Victoria being brought back to life here in Israel in the musical Upstairs, Downstairs, 1897. The brainchild of prolific British composer Loretta Kay Feld, this opera and musical exposes the sultry skeletons of a cast of characters that transcend language and culture. Here's my report from a rehearsal of the musical with the Israeli opera.
Welcome to 1897. For that's how it is.
And always shall be.
The degrading things they do
with dignity.
London town, take my breath away. Magnificent to see you on display.
Prolific composer, writer, and musician Loretta Kay Feld is bringing the underbelly of Prudish Victorian England back to life in a big way in the musical Upstairs, Downstairs, 1897.
London, you're shining, so resplendently shining. Dear old London, you're shining today.
I was sitting at my piano when I heard peals of laughter coming up through the basement. All the characters came up from the Victorian era, including the Queen, and they all beckoned me to tell their story.
I'm free of guilt and shame. You hypocrite, you.
So it was never lost to posterity.
The British-born Royal Academy of Music trained composer, who herself performed for the Queen of England as a teenager, literally channeled an eclectic array of characters from the past, at the same time as an entire musical score with lyrics.
I've always loved the Victorian era, always been very special to me, and I loved the fact that when Britain was at the height of her glory and conquering the empire, the Victorians were conquering their sexuality. I just absolutely love that and feel it.
Hear the music of the big brass bands marching down each street.
It's become the soundtrack of my life since I started learning it. In the shower, washing dishes. I wake up my daughter with London is Shining Today. And I think that's a big tribute to Loretta. Because to write a tune that stays with you is huge. It's really the mark, I think, of a phenomenal composer.
Opera singer Leela Dion Ezra, who just moved to Israel from New York, synchronistically met Loretta's daughter, Dorothy Eisdorfer. And as they say, the rest is history.
One moon falls asleep and sinks into the sea.
Dorothy herself is a professional dancer and choreographer who was a teenager when Loretta got the inspiration for Upstairs, Downstairs.
My mom is just endlessly talented. She never was without a song for something. If we did something wrong, instead of, scolding us, there would be a song. And I just feel incredibly blessed. She's also my best friend. And she would just compose off the top of her head. She'd be, all of a sudden, this look on her face would appear, and there she would be with another song.
And now, Dorothy is dancing and choreographing numbers for the vast array of characters she came of age with.
You have these upper and lower classes, and with that you have a lot of emotion. The whores at that time had to attract these upper classes because that was the trade, to pay them. So there was a lot of seduction and luring into that time period to get them interested.
They feel that they've been transported into the Victorian age. I want to hear them sing every single song. They are all very melodic. They're completely original and unique and depict all the characters.
It must have been the wine. You should not drink so late. It must have been the wine. Oh, caviar you ate. Too much champagne, my dear, affects the brain, I fear. Who would believe this could happen to you?
It's really
throws me musically to the songs of the great American songbook of Gershwin, Jerome Kern, and Cole Porter. It's something in between. It's kind of a combination of the whole three.
London town, take my breath away. Magnificent.
Professional pianist and conductor Eitan Schmeiser of the Israeli Opera is himself blown away by the brilliance and timelessness of Loretta's composition.
London, you're shining so resplendently
The
shining.
great Verdi, the opera composer, he had a saying. In Italy it goes, torniamo al passato sarà un progresso. Let's go back to the past and that will be a progress. So in a way, doing something like this, which is not done today, is actually a progress because we don't get to hear this kind of melodies and this kind of charm.
They ask me what I'm thinking on my diamond Jubilee.
Upstairs Downstairs is centered around the contrast of characters' experiences of Queen Victoria's 1897 Diamond Jubilee, an epic celebration of her 60 years on the throne and a high note in British history.
Queen Victoria has a soliloquy in it when she sings of her feelings of being on the throne for 60 years.
Speak my name, Victoria. No monuments in
And 30 years after first composing this masterpiece, mixed with the world's obsession with TV series and films depicting England's royal family, Loretta hopes Upstairs Downstairs and all its original musical numbers will strike a chord as a TV series in the near future.
It was a really Renaissance period for England, and what went on, I think it actually parallels what goes on today. I don't think anything's changed in 100, 150 years. I don't think it'll ever change.
people, places, and events, all lost story.
The characters just jump out at you. They're very much alive. And I feel it will give the viewers a chance to reflect the bygone era. Downton Abbey has been successful. The Crown has been successful, but this sparkles.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling now.
Emily Francis, I-24 News.